Hey, welcome back to my channel, everyone. My name is Angie. This is Las Vegas Shared Media. Today we did go into Sam's Club to check out the prices and the shortages, and here's what we found. So let's get into this. Alright, here we are now at your gravy mixes, your bone broth. I wanted to check these out to see how they were looking. Looks like the brown gravy is in short supply, but everything else looked fine. You can get really good deals on gravy here at Sam's Club. $5.76, $5.38. That's not bad at all. You go to a neighborhood grocery store, you're going to easily pay $7.99 and up. I've seen them all the way to $9.99 for the same exact containers. So if you're looking for gravy, Sam's Club does sell them at a much lower rate. Alright, now I normally get, what most people use, which is the Pam, but I know there are quite a bit of people out there who do love to use olive oil, and that includes the sprays as well. This is a steal of a deal right here. You get 2 of them for $4.98. I don't know what the olive oil is at the neighborhood stores. I have not checked on that. But the Pam, just for the Pam alone, is usually for one, last I checked was $4.99. It could be up now. And that was for a smaller thing. And if you notice a little bit of the Pam next to it, those are bigger containers. And for a lot less than you'd spend at a neighborhood grocery store. One issue, though, that I am noticing is there's only 1 pallet left. So there's definitely some gaps here in the olive oil. Alright, here we are at the white vinegar. There's definitely some gaps here, but it didn't look too bad. The vinegar next to it, there looked to be some shortages. $5.98 wasn't really that bad, considering I paid $7.99 about 2 or 3 years for that exact same case, and I still have it right now. I'll probably be getting more at that price. But yeah, if you're looking for vinegar, Sam's Club has them, and it's reasonable. Alright, here we are now at your granulated sugar. This was pretty low. I was pretty shocked to see this. I definitely had to get a picture for you guys to show you that this is going on. If you have not seen it yet, I'm pretty sure most people have, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But this is a 10-pound bag of granulated sugar. The price is not bad at all, $6.98, compared to other places. Now, if we didn't have the inflation, definitely it should be a lot cheaper than this. But as of right now, this is the cheapest I've seen it anywhere. Alright, yes, we had to talk about the other sugar as well. There's definitely some shortages in this sugar as well. They only had 1 pallet, but that price, $20 this is a 25-pound bag of sugar. I actually have one currently that I need to bag up. I didn't get it from Sam's Club. I actually got it from Winco, and when I bought it, it was much cheaper than this. So it's went up quite a bit since I got my sugar. Alright guys, here we are now at the flour, and I am pretty convinced now that the flour is having a even bigger issue than the sugar. This is all that they had available. They had some specialty type flours, but that was about it, and even those were pretty scarce as well. This was $6.72 for a 10-pound bag. Not too bad. I've seen it worse at other places where they didn't even have the 10-pound bags. You could get some places only have the 2-pound bag of flour. I mean, how many people only buy a 2-pound bag of flour? Realistically, I know some people do, but most people don't. You can only make probably 2 items with that. I've had to do that during COVID as an emergency measure because I had some flour that I had to throw away, and of course when everybody went and raided the toilet paper and the paper towels, they also took all of the flour. And it actually ruined my donuts because the only flour we could get was a 2-pound bag of whole wheat flour. And don't ever attempt to make whole wheat donuts. It doesn't work out too well. Just a little tip there. Even some bread flours makes the donuts a little harder. So you definitely want to have this type of flour, all-purpose flour, or some other specialty flours when making donuts. Lesson learned. All right, here we are now at your tomato cans. The price wasn't too bad, $9.98, but you get a whole case, which isn't too bad for tomato sauce. The only complaint I really have on this is the fact that you don't have an option. You have those cans and that's it. There's no other brands available. I mean, well, what if you are allergic to something in this brand, or you just don't like this brand for whatever reason? This is all you have to choose from. Is that normal for Sam's Club to only give one option when it comes to the diced tomatoes and the tomato sauce? Does anyone know? Let me know. Alright, here we are now at the mayonnaise. For all you who love mayonnaise, I have bought the big ones before. It's not too bad. They do go past their expiration date. Now, I think we've had it up to a year past our expiration date without any issues. However, things are a little funny nowadays. You don't know how long it's been sitting elsewhere before it actually made its rounds to Sam's Club. And I'm sure everybody knows about them switching dates by now on a lot of the stuff. And then when you buy the stuff, you only got like 2-3 months left of the expiration date, which is just crazy. So I don't know what's going on with that. $8.72 for Miracle Whip isn't bad at all. I think you get a double package there, and then $12.74 for the really big one, and that'll last you a long time unless you're like, having parties all the time or something like that and flying through it. That's really not a bad deal at all. And they seem to have plenty, so that's good to see. Alright, there was definitely a shortage in this long grain rice here. $12.98. That seems, I don't know, that seems a little high to me. What do you guys think? Alright, so now there are shortages in the Thai jasmine rice. But I could definitely see why the other rice is less than this one. This one is $16.38, so I can totally see why others are choosing to buy the long grain instead. I have no idea what the difference between these two would be other than origins. But, overall, they had multiple brands of rice, so there was plenty here, but each one has some sort of shortage, and some are worse than others. Alright, here we are now at your Top Ramen. It is actually cheaper and more beneficial to get your Top Ramen from Sam's Club. It is definitely cheaper to get the 24 count than it is to buy like a 12-pack from your neighborhood market. It's $6.98 here. It's like $3.99 just for 12 at your neighbor market, so you'd end up paying more if you bought 2 of those versus just one at Sam's Club. There is, however, a shortage in Top Ramen. I've seen them have more. You can't find beef in most places. Sometimes you can get beef, but it's rare. It's hard to come by nowadays. I don't know why. Yeah, your Spam. Wonder what's going on with the Spam lately. Do you guys have any idea? Or do you think people are prepping or preparing, or are they just having a problem maybe with the ingredients? I don't know, but this is pretty low. They only had 1 row left of Spam, which is that bottom there. Not good. So it looks like with your soups here, tomato seem to be the biggest issue. So there's definitely shortages in the tomato. There seem to be plenty of chicken, noodle, and cream of chicken. As for now, I assume the tomato, there's shortages all around when it comes to the tomatoes. I don't know why that is. All right, here we are now at the beef broth. Glad to report that Sam's Club does still currently have beef broth. I know this has been a staple that's been hard to find in many places. They do have some here. I would definitely grab an extra can or two and put it aside because they are having a major problem with the beef broth. But first, I want to point something out to you if you have not noticed it already. Your Progresso soup. So if you're not feeling well, you can go ahead and grab yourself some soup. While you're at it, do not forget the honey. They place that conveniently next to the Progresso. And while you're at it, don't forget your snack. And they have a whole pallet of Reese's on the other side. Now, if somebody else had walked into this situation, they would have told you there was no shortages, there was nothing going on, that the store was completely stocked. That's because they probably have a whole pallet of Reese's in the Reese's section, which is up closer to the registers, and they needed something to fill the gap over here, so they stuck another pallet of Reese's over here. For the longest time, they were using paper towels and toilet paper to cover up all the gaps, and diapers. They had an abundance after everybody ransacked those items during COVID, right before the lockdowns. So then they ended up with way too much toilet paper that nobody was buying because everybody had an abundance, right? Except for me. I actually ran out of TP recently. I did not have a 20-year supply. Wishing I had, but I don't. But there's still, regardless of what's going on here, I wanted to point that out. Pay attention to that when you go into the grocery store. These things are not normal. They normally don't do this. They don't have it look like a rummage store like the Goodwill or Ross or TJ Maxx, where everything's kind of just wherever. They'll have a women's section, but the clothes aren't really organized. That's kind of what this is becoming. Sometimes you can't even find what you're looking for, or you think they're out of the item that you're looking for, but that's because they removed it and put it somewhere else to cover up the gaps somewhere else. So then you don't get your item because you think it's gone because it's not where it's supposed to be, and that's because they moved it elsewhere. So that's another point too. If you can't find something, ask somebody if they might have moved it elsewhere, because you never know. It's happened to me with the noodles, so you'd be surprised. Alright, now I know you guys have been dying to hear about the coffee. I don't know about you, but I love coffee. I'll try to get tea next time because I know there's quite a few tea drinkers out there as well. I love tea, especially when I'm sick. It really does help. Pike's Place, $21.93. I'm not sure if I would pay that or not for this little bag. I'd probably go with a better deal. But there was definite shortages here within the Starbucks. But they do still have some if you're looking for some. Alright, here we are now at your Seattle's Best Coffee. Now, there was a great big shortage within the Seattle's. When I first moved to Vegas, they actually had Seattle's Best coffee shops all over the place, like all over the strip. And they have really good coffee. I actually prefer that over Starbucks because Starbucks coffee can be a little bit on the bitter side. It's a little too strong. I like the medium roast. That's my preference. So Seattle's Best was perfect in that aspect because they were more of a medium blend, but they just slowly disappeared and I haven't seen one in I don't know how long now. Maybe you can only get it in Seattle now. Who knows? They even at one point had the smaller bags on sale for $4.50. I don't think they're being sold at the neighborhood stores anymore. So I'm surprised you can still find them here. Now this is a dark roast, Seattle's best, but they do have a medium roast too. Doesn't look like that one is available at Sam's Club. Alright, here is your Folgers. I gotta say, it doesn't look like Folgers is having any issues at all. There's even an extra pallet or two of Folgers on the top shelf there. I don't know if you saw that in the photos, but there is at least one up there, possibly two. It was hard to tell exactly what was in those because they got the saran wrap all the way around it. So 11 is not bad of a price for these. Usually when they go on sale, or well, when they did go on sale before inflation, they would sell them for like $10 a thing, which was pretty good, and they're only up $1 since then, so that's not too bad. Alright, they seem to be doing alright with the fruit snacks. This is Welch's, and then they had some other brand of fruit snacks as well. They were both $10.98, but at least you had options. Most items I've seen while we were here only offered literally like one option. And I don't know about you, but I like to have options. That way I'm not subjected just to one company. What if I don't enjoy that company for whatever reason? Maybe they've had poor customer service in the past, or I didn't like their product. I would like to have at least a second option, just in case. You never know. Everybody has their own reasons, right? Some people are allergic, can't have certain things, so maybe they need an organic place only that doesn't, have peanut oil all over or whatever, because I know peanuts are a big allergen amongst a lot of people. I know quite a few myself. So yeah, it would be nice to have more options, but at least in the fruit snacks you do have two options here. Alright, last but not least, Slim Jims. They definitely do have a shortage in the Slim Jims. I have seen them before with more out than they do right now. $24.98 isn't really too bad. Slim Jims have always been kind of on the spendy side. I don't know why that is. Unfortunately, they only have one brand available. They used to be you used to be able to get them in different spices, like whether you want a medium, hot, or whatever. Maybe they'll offer something like that around Christmas. I'm not sure, but $24.98 isn't bad, and you get a whole box. So. Alright, that wraps it up for today's video. We really enjoyed our adventure over here to Sam's Club. If you guys would like to see more content like this, please subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so you're notified every single time we upload a new video. And please leave us a comment. We'd like to hear how you're doing. And share this out so that other people can be informed on what is happening in Las Vegas and around the nation. If you guys have anything that you would like to share, please go ahead and send it to us in an email. Pictures and letters are always welcome. And as always,